Pizza presents STP. The Steve Dangle Podcast with your hosts, Steve Dangle and
Well, hi there.
Adam pressed record, and I'm like, he's going to say something. I don't know when it's coming, but it will be there.
It came. It happened.
It happened when we were ready for it.
Yeah, you have to sometimes just collect your thoughts and then get into it, which is something we rarely do on this show.
Yes.
Mostly we collect our thoughts afterwards. They're like a broken vase. They're just pieces of glass everywhere, and you tweet them at us and go, here's where you cut yourself.
The way we end shows is usually Adam presses stop, and it's a couple seconds of silence, and I go, was that good? was that good? Was that
I
good
wish
show?
we had a soundboard, because when you were like, we were ready for it, I would have played Kevin Hart. No.
She wasn't ready. I don't know if either of you saw the UFC fight on Saturday night, but I sure did.
Oh,
being the UFC fan on this show, the one who's constantly bringing up the UFC.
Wait,
I'm
who
a
did you
huge
meet the
UFC
other day?
Oh yeah.
Who did I meet the other day?
Oh, he doesn't
You
even
literally
remember.
interviewed a UFC champion. Well,
Chris
now
Weidman.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, that was
But you didn't know at the time.
That wasn't the other day, and he brought in his belt. I was aware that he had won, but he no longer has.
It's not his name.
After that fight, he no longer has it. He's former champion Chris Weidman.
Okay, when you interview a guy with a belt but you don't know his name, do you address him as champ? So champ.
I knew his name.
Tell me what it's like to be in the UFC.
I did some research, man.
I know.
Come on.
I know.
Give me a little
We don't
bit of
believe
credit.
that.
Did you see?
No, it's this show I don't do research for. Come on.
Which of the fights did you see? Did you see?
I saw all the lead up, and then when it goes from free to paid.
Oh, there you go.
And then we paid.
Wow. So you got a full night.
Yeah, and then we paid, and I saw obviously Holm versus Tate, and then McGregor versus Diaz.
Yeah, there you go.
So I had to think about it. I was like, what's Nate Diaz's name?
That terrified look you gave me, like, I'm going to speed bubble.
What is Nate? Yeah, what is
Okay.
Nate Diaz's name? Yeah, I just was like the thing was about that whole thing. Nate Diaz is far more terrifying looking than Conor McGregor, and I think it's only because Nate Diaz has seen some miles. You know, like
He is a little more weathered, eh?
like imagine Nate Diaz's
fights.
face without all the fighting. He'd be a normal looking dude.
Probably. We'll never know.
No, we'll never know.
He'd just be a little stoner, who he is, just sitting around eating Cheetos. That's what he'd be.
Could be.
Which is what he was like 11 days before the fight.
Exactly.
Is that what he was doing?
Yeah.
He was on a boat in Cabo. He wasn't training for a triathlon, wasn't training for a fight with Conor McGregor.
Wow.
He was recovering from food poisoning on a boat in Cabo. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But, I mean, it's not to take away from Conor McGregor. He could have put him away, would have put away most guys.
Mm-hmm.
But Nate Diaz, as well as his brother Nick, they can both take a punch. They're notorious for it, ironically beating the notorious one, Conor McGregor. And McGregor, I don't know, he was graceful in the defeat. And he was right in that he didn't spend his energy efficiently. It was a risk he took, right? Mm-hmm. The risk he took was spend it all quickly, do a bunch of damage, and hopefully win the fight that way. And he almost did. So
He did. Yeah, I mean,
can't even really say it was a bad strategy.
up until that point, it could have gone either way. It was
definitely.
it was just that one left hook that caught Conor McGregor in the face.
And he wasn't expecting it. You can tell by the facial expression. And it's funny. People were like, why would you take Nate Diaz down to the ground? Well, you see, he punched him in the face and it hurt.
Yeah.
And then he continued to punch him in the face, as is fighting tradition. So he was like, boy, this sure feels uncomfortable. I need to find something else to do. And the other thing to do there is, I don't know, clinch or go down to the ground. And unfortunately, that's where Nate Diaz makes his money.
For whatever reason, I was at a house party and had a few beers, and watching this, all I could think about was the fake Chad Kroeger from Nickelback Twitter account that popped up a couple months ago. And all the Twitter account did was people actually thought it was Chad. And it would tweet anybody that didn't like a Nickelback song and say, why don't you come over here and catch these fists? So all I could think the whole time was about those catch these fists line. I don't know. It just was so perfect.
Just Nate Diaz standing behind the Twitter account. Stockton!
The thing that got me, though, was Holly Holm and Miesha Tate. And I honestly have not been the biggest UFC fan up until this point, up until this past Saturday. Now I'm in. Now I get it. And it was because of that fight That fight was 5 rounds.
5 rounds
of just mean. It was back and forth, and every round. What was so amazing is every round had something different. Every round you walked away going, well, I thought last round that Miesha Tate had it, but I think Holly's got this. And then the next round you'd be like, Miesha Tate's got it. There's no way Holly comes back.
I thought Tate was going to finish in round 2 for sure.
Totally.
It was a 10-8 round. That never happens.
Which one? Round 2?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they never scored 10-8, and they did. Because she got her butt beat.
But then Holm won the other, 4?
Yeah.
Rounds? Well, other than the part where she got choked out.
Yeah, well, and Miesha Tate, really nobody was giving her anything going into this.
Which was unfair. I mean,
course.
she's always been really tough, and you've seen it, like, even though she's lost to Ronda Rousey twice, you see it, how she stuck in those fights, particularly the second one that went 3 rounds with Ronda Rousey, which doesn't happen very often.
Was that the second one or the first one?
That was the second one.
Okay.
That was the second one. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh, here we go. So this is where I am in my maturity. So I was watching. Tate's got her in the rear naked choke. Holm goes out. She won't tap. She just goes out. And even though Tate won the fight, wins the belt, I'm just going, holy smokes! The heart of Holly Holm. This is just like when Stone Cold Steve Austin refused to tap to Bret Hart. When he put him in the sharpshooter and he was bleeding down his face. And I had to catch myself and go, except this is real life, Steven. This is real life, sir. So Holly Holm is Stone Cold Steve Austin, but in real life.
In real life, yeah. And
it's pretty good.
I with that fight, it was interesting because it was like, Ronda Rousey, when she lost in a devastating...
She was never in it.
No.
Not for a second.
This one was back and forth, and it's almost one of those fights where you feel bad because I didn't have any skin in the game. I don't bet money on anything because I just like my money too much to lose it like that. And
you spend it too much on jeans that you stick in the freezer.
Hey, well, my jeans last me 3 years. It's why...
There you go.
That's why I urinate hundies, as it were.
Indeed.
But no, the thing is that I think with that fight, you're happy for Miesha Tate and you're upset for Holly Holm because you know that she was just as close to winning it and she busted her booty. And although I'm sure I could say
you caught yourself like Conor McGregor caught these fists.
Yeah, but it was just like that was just a great overall fight.
Welcome to UFC, man. Like get used to that. That's why I love watching it. It's like, imagine hockey's great because you can be up by a few goals and the other team can come back. But imagine your team is down by 4 goals, 5 goals, and with one shot, they've caught up.
Right.
Not only have they caught up, but they won it in overtime.
Well, what was the
6 goals?
It's almost
6 goals at OT, and you're done.
It's almost like it harkens back to the famous. I don't know if you can tell this story. The Hartford Pittsburgh Penguins game.
I'm not gonna tell that story. I'm gonna save it for the person
coming on the show.
Yes, I'm going to save it for them, and there's a little tease for the loyal podcast listeners.
Okay.
But basically, they were like, all right, here's how we come back in the third period.
And this is against the Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr in their prime Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yes, and they score 1 goal, and they're like, yeah, all right, here we go.
And what was it? Score a goal every few minutes?
Score a goal every 5 minutes. Yeah. Because, math.
Because they're down...
But instead of that...
Wait, who are we letting tell that story?
No, don't worry about it.
Nice try, though.
Don't worry about it.
Nice try, Jesse. Yes. I like where you're going with that.
Yeah, at the end of the fight here, and she goes out, and she's falling asleep, and she's still trying to throw punches. She's being choked out, and she's trying to hit the punch, but then she eventually just falls asleep, and she gets
because that choke, I think that's the choke where it's not an air choke, it's blood. Mm-hmm. It's a blood choke, which is absolutely insane.
But
you want to be a fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went out swinging. She went out flipping. She tried to flip Tate. Mm-hmm. I'm pointing at it like you guys can all see it.
They can see the video, kind of.
Great night of fights. Great night of fights. And it's either this or we talk about the Leafs.
It was awesome. It was really, really awesome. And I as a fan of sports, mm-hmm. I mean, that's everything. That night was everything that I hoped for from any sporting event. And honestly, I can't remember being that excited about something literally since the last time the Leafs were in the playoffs.
Well,
I mean that.
And neither were all
maybe the Raptors.
Correction. In the fall, the Blue Jays were in the playoffs.
there's that.
there you go.
You were excited.
Yeah,
for that.
I was
Back
definitely excited for that. Yeah, yeah. That
That
basically.
flip. That was probably
Game
one of the greatest
5.
sporting moments ever.
That would,
Absolutely unbelievable.
I was in the KISS studios. I remember it happening. Jesse stuck around. I stuck around. It was cool. Yeah.
Unreal. I was literally writhing on my friend's floor. Just I can't take it.
You know what? It is fun, and it's so much fun watching sports with Steve.
Because I just scream.
Because sports with Steve is great. It's like playing NHL 16 with Steve. Also great because he gets so into it. Like,
Is it great or annoying?
wow, wow, Jesse.
I'm a lot more calm.
Question.
I'm a lot more calm when my center wins a faceoff in the first period.
When
and a half
they win
of
over
the game.
50% of their faceoffs.
I mean, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like when my defenseman plays D.
oh wow.
They stick in the zone.
Yeah, maybe headmanning the puck once in a while. I don't know. And
Sometimes
so
when you're
Ovechkin.
down, you got to pinch. Sometimes when you're down, you got to pinch.
I hate when Holtby tries to take the puck up the ice.
Exactly.
He's playing goalie mode.
So, I mean, we should talk about hockey now, but I was
Totally.
actually hoping we could talk about an inferior sport before we get to hockey.
Oh.
In between UFC and hockey, I would like to talk about an inferior sport. Would that be okay?
Go ahead.
Jesse, did you have something else you
No, I
wanted
was
to
going
say?
to guess, but go ahead.
Oh, no,
I
just guess the
also
sport.
have a
Guess the
guess,
sport.
Go aheed, Steve.
Adam's okay. Here, you want to do it on 3? 1, 2, 3. Curling. You did it again. You did that last time.
Hey, I didn't say curling was an inferior sport. You did. I just said I don't particularly love curling. Steve Dangle hates curling.
You said it.
Send him all your hate tweets,
You
kids.
said it.
No,
Adam
no.
Wild hates curling.
No. Okay, so this is a lacrosse game. And by the way,
Oh, the other one, Adam.
I don't think lacrosse is an inferior sport. That is a joke. But
The only thing Adam hates more than lacrosse is people who like lacrosse.
Do we own The Rock? Do we own The Rock?
do we? What, Rogers?
NLSE?
No,
that's not-
No, they're private.
No,
owned.
why would they waste their money on that? Am I right, Adam?
Well, I mean, they do like to make money. So anyway,
Oh, wow. That took me a second.
I mean, no, but I mean, in all honesty, so lacrosse is a great sport. I love the game.
Shut up. What were you going to say?
Simon Fraser University.
Okay.
Burnaby, British Columbia.
Never heard of it. Good.
Took on Washington State University, where the Cougars, where my cousin goes to school.
Oh, wow.
Currently, right now. Yeah, in Moscow, Pullman, Idaho.
Neat. Relevant
Idaho,
information.
Washington State.
Cool.
It's right on the borders. Yeah, anyway, cool. Neat. My mom went to the university in
You
Pullman.
guys should tell another
Atlanta's
story
awesome.
about someone in high school
I'm
that
just
only
saying.
you two knew.
Okay, no.
And then everybody will
Yeah,
be so
no, I know,
entertained.
I know.
What's great
get
is
it,
I
I get
didn't
it.
even know that
So
person.
this game, what is okay? What's a blowout in a hockey game? What's like the lowest score you can have where it's a blowout? Like 4-0? It's a blowout, right? 5-0?
4-0, 5-0.
Yeah.
5-1, something like that.
That's
It's a
4 or
blowout.
5 goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say, knowing what you know about lacrosse, is a blowout in lacrosse?
A little bit more than that. 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
Yeah, like 8.
Yeah. And normally,
scores get up there.
both in lacrosse, it's rare that you see a shutout, right?
Yeah.
Extremely
So
rare,
this
yeah.
game is interesting because it is a blowout and it's a shutout. And Simon Fraser University came out on top.
Excellent.
Good Canadian kids that they are.
Absolutely.
Now, I am going to read some of the Simon Fraser University tweets for you, starting with the first goal. And then I'm going to skip forward every few goals.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So the first one is Cale Naylor finds the back of the net himself. Sorry, it starts with 2-0.
Cale Naylor?
Cale Naylor. Yes, that's a name.
Okay.
That's why I started with it. 2-0 SFU.
How dare you?
Lyndon Cuntella with another goal, this time assisted by Tyler Kirkby. 6-0 SFU.
Lyndon can tell you how to pronounce that properly.
That's right. Tibor van den
No, you're making that up.
Tibor van den Weidenberg scores from a drive around the left side. 12-0 SFU. And by the way, the time elapsed between the first tweet that I just read to you, and the tweet I am reading now is 20 minutes. Not 20 minutes in the game, 20 minutes period.
Wow, that's when, what's his name?
Tibor van den Weidenberg.
Wow, that's when he scored?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. We're going to skip ahead. We're going to skip ahead to 20 minutes later. Lyndon Cuntella again
Oh, good for him.
grabs a ground ball for himself and buries the shot. 20-0 SFU.
Nothing like a 2-goal night from Lyndon.
Yeah, that's right. Let's skip forward another 25 minutes. SFU goal on the man up. Tyler Kirkby finds Lyndon Kuntella, who puts one in the top corner. 25-0 SFU. And I'm going to keep going. Greg Lund. This is 25 minutes later. Greg Lund scores off the ride. I don't know what that is. 35-0 SFU.
Okay, come on. That's a rugby score. That's Canada versus New Zealand.
Kale Naylor.
I thought this was a bit to talk about funny names.
Kale Naylor scores 41-0 SFU.
Okay, legitimately, we had the last place rugby team for high school, and we lost games by that score.
Final
This
score.
is lacrosse where you score individual points.
Final score. SFU 45, Wazoo or WSU, nothing.
Wow.
45-0.
I think I can one-up you.
Oh, really? I would love for you to one-up me.
Cleveland High School basketball girls game.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. Okay.
Final score, 108
Okay.
to 1.
Wouldn't it suck to be the girl who gave up the foul for the one?
Yeah, I guess it
rare
would
is
kind of
The
suck.
losing team.
How rare is a shutout in basketball?
The losing
Right.
team went 0 for 28 from the field and 1 for 4 from the line.
Wow.
They only got four from the line.
They had
That's
4
how
shots and
that's
they made
how
one.
perfect the other team was. They didn't even foul them that much. Like that's what is that? How many fouls is that?
2 fouls. That's it.
2 fouls,
At
Steve.
halftime, the score is 72 to 1.
Oh my-
And then the second half, it was a shutout.
So they let off and
They
only
let out.
scored
It was only
30 points in the second half.
36 to 0 in the second half.
Which brings us to the Leafs losing to the Sabres.
Right. Let's
Here's the,
let's
shot of
mention
the
that. You know,
scoreboard, by the way,
that's a crazy score.
108 to 1.
At what point, if like, listen, I am all for if your team is up, you keep scoring.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're the team that's losing, at what point as a coach do you go,
Let's all go home.
it may be best if we just go home?
Put the lid on the Tupperware of orange slices, and
Yeah.
we can go home.
Do you end it at halftime when it's 72 to 1? I think so.
I think you do. I think as a coach, you go to the other coach and go, listen, we're clearly out of this game. We're going to concede.
Yes.
Because I don't think a lot of people would put that, and I bet they did. I bet they went after the coach that won. I bet they...
That's exactly the
See-
the quotes in the article.
And guess what? It is not the winner's fault. It is the loser's fault. If you are the losing coach and you know that there's no way that your team stands a chance and this is bad for their confidence, especially in high school, pull out of the game. And as far as professionals go, I always laugh when commentators, I think Don Cherry's actually been one of them where he said, oh yeah, don't disrespect the other team. No, you absolutely disrespect the other team.
No.
You are professionals.
Yeah.
That is what you're there to do. You're there to win. And you're there to win and crush the other team.
I played sports. Did you play sports?
I
in
played
high school?
sports.
Yeah, that's right. You played, Jesse?
I did play sports.
Now, what would you rather say? Man, we lost, I don't know, 101 tonight. Or we forfeited the game.
We lost 101.
I
Yeah, me too.
100% would take
Me
the
too.
really bad score.
I hate when people blame the winning team for that. That's not on them. They went out, they practiced hard. Yes, they had superior players, but they went out and they played their game.
Learning you're not that good at something can be a beneficial experience because it can help you get better at that thing.
Yeah.
Or you leave that alone and get really good at something else. Like video blogging. Discovering I wasn't good at sports was a really important thing in my development as a human being.
Exactly.
I'm much better at talking about this.
Losing is never a non-learning moment unless you let it be.
Yeah.
Right?
It's nice to win every now and then, too.
Of course it is, but you got to lose a lot before you can start winning. I mean, think about, if I were
So
to play
much
for
of
you.
this relates to the Leafs.
Well, it
We're
does.
talking
It
about
does.
high school
It
sports.
does. It's a
We're
direct
talking about
parallel.
high school
But
athletics.
think about, Steve, you look at your videos, your original videos, and you go,
Let me correct you. I don't look at them.
You don't look at them. And I don't listen to my old demo tapes anymore that I used to send to people and go, this is the best work that I have. Hire me, please.
You're not proud of the stuff you did in Barrie?
Oh my God, no. I was awful. And I was awful for 2 years. And
Now,
then
you don't-
finally it started to come together a little bit. But even then, I can't listen to stuff from even 2 years ago.
But you don't have those demo tapes, eh?
Oh, I have them.
We really need to play
I
them
know
on
we've
the show.
talked about this before.
We
I
need
do
to
have
play them on the show.
I do have them.
We should do it on your birthday. Is when we should do it. It's coming up.
Oh wait, your birthday's coming up this weekend. Shall I gather a greatest hits of your video comps coming for next episode?
How about we exchange?
So
For my birthday, you give me your demo tape. And for your birthday, I'll give you some of my worst moments.
For next
calling
episode. So
Ian
we'll
White
do
to
this
be
next
captain.
episode.
Yes.
Okay, I can do that.
Jesse's like, you just gave me more work. It's okay. It's going to embarrass us both. This
Yeah,
is
no.
really for your birthday.
I'll be able to make it easy on Jesse. Don't worry from my side of the things. But let's talk about the Leafs. And let's talk about the fact that last night, quite frankly, should have, could have, would have. And there is absolutely no reason the Leafs needed to lose that game.
Yeah.
And there is absolutely no reason why they didn't deserve to win it.
You know me, tank king, tank captain, tank general. But you do need to win a game at some point, and they lost it. They lost the thing. They were up 2-0. They were up 3-1. No one had Jack Eichel on the second goal for the Sabres, the 3-2 goal. And whether it was Riley giving it away, Kadri calling for a bad pass, or just a miscommunication on the third goal, that's what it came down to. Mm-hmm. And then you let it go to the shootout. Well, anything can happen in the stupid shootout.
And Hunwick blew his assignment.
It was
the
just
Kane goal?
On the
Yeah.
Because he put it around the boards to Riley and didn't cover Kane. He just skated.
It was just a mess.
Yeah.
It was just a mess from start to finish. And Hunwick, by the way, done for the season, so Riley is going to get a new defense
we know
partner.
why yet?
Sports hernia.
Sports hernia.
Sports hernia and surgery.
That's ugly.
So
Shoot.
Loophole, done for the season. JVR, done for the season. Hunwick, done for the season. Robida, done for the season. Horton, done for the season.
Robida done before the season.
Still counts.
Done for the
Robida
career.
on a beach.
Doesn't matter, had surgery.
What about Tyler Bozak? What's going on there?
He might as well be done. I wouldn't be surprised to hear them announce that he's done for the season too. Maybe they already have and we missed it. Like, where's
I haven't
Byron
seen-
Fraze? Like, there's only so many games left. Parenteau's coming back. That's like the only one I can name. Who's coming
They
back?
got to have some veteran presence in the lineup. It'd be good to have Parento back.
Gotta have someone.
I have to say though, with a young team like this, and it is. I mean, people are like, "Oh, LOL, they got demoted to the Leafs from the Marlies."
We didn't say any rookies screwed up, did we?
We didn't, and they didn't.
It's weird that we don't look at Riley as a rookie. I'm pretty sure he's younger than Zach Hyman.
Yet he plays like the most mature defenseman on the team.
Yeah. He might be by the end of the season.
I think he is. But with a guy like Soshnikov and watching him play with Komarov is so much fun because they're both a-holes.
I had no idea Soshnikov had this. And it's weird, and it's what I was telling you months ago. Don't pay attention to AHL lines. Don't. Because Soshnikov was a fourth liner in the AHL. Not all the time, but a fair chunk of the time. I'm pretty sure the game we saw him, he was slotted on the fourth line.
But they still played a lot.
Still played a lot, and he's on the first in the NHL. Like, I get it's the Leafs. I get it. But he's playing alongside Kadri and Komarov. Mm-hmm. He took Michael Grabner's spot.
How many people get to say they play on the first line in an NHL game? Ever.
None.
Ever.
Not many. 90 people.
90 people this year. Yeah. Basically.
That's it.
And for Sosh, I mean, it's so cool to watch that he's got this edge, and you could tell there's chemistry forming, not only just in the dressing room with Komarov, and the fact that they were roommates at spring training. Thinking baseball here.
I don't blame you.
Training camp.
Training camp. They were roommates, and Komarov helps him speak to the media and that sort of thing. You could tell on the ice, there's something there.
Yeah, and what I was saying in the video today is that snapped a 7-game pointless and goalless streak for Komarov. And there are guys in this league who create offense and guys who are created by offense. Alex Ovechkin creates offense. That's pretty clear. A guy like Subban on the back end, Carlson on the back end, they create offense. Komarov is not a guy who creates offense. He's a complementary player who can bang in rebounds. If defenders are distracted by some other players going on, Komarov can sneak in through the weeds, through the bushes. But he can't be creating it. And since JVR went down and Bozak and the Leafs scoring depth really dried up, he's had a difficult time generating the offense. And Grabner wasn't the answer there. I just see that pass from Soshnikov last night. Oh,
Wow.
that could be what reignites Komarov. And I don't think, I think it would be really, really, really nice for Komarov to end the season with at least 25 goals. Because he was on a 30-goal pace for at least half a season, and he's sitting on 19 right now. He's got less than Jack Eichel. It'd be really nice. He was one of the lone nice things to talk about this season, non-rookie wise. It'd be nice to get him to 25. He's only 6 goals away. He can do it.
And what was so cool about that pass and that goal is the timing of it. When was the last time the Leafs scored in the first minute?
I feel like the first minute of the game, I'm not sure, because I remember they had a really hot start to a period recently.
Listen to that.
I know.
They had a hot start to a period recently. That's like I ate a hot dog once. What is that?
Is it like that though, Adam? Is it like a cloud bouncing in a forest?
Wow.
It's like a closet telling a joke.
Exactly.
I
agree.
But what I mean is that it was just cool. It was okay, we can actually start a game on top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for once.
And
they couldn't close.
And they couldn't close. But a lot of young teams can't. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. A lot of young teams can't close because they don't. It's as
against
much as
the Sabres, man.
Against another young team.
Yeah, against another young team, but with far better skill. Yeah. Let's be honest.
Well,
Evander Kane, Jack Eichel, and any of the other guys. I mean, really, truly, the Sabres are a better hockey team.
Well, it's in a bit of an accelerated rebuild, they moved around some pretty major pieces. And last night, everyone was talking about a projected Leafs lineup for next year. How do you know?